Oh God, it's hard to care about anything in 2019. If you recall, I coined 2019 the year of the dumpster fire. I even did my own Chinese art in honor of it, because this is truly how you can sum up 2019. Whether it's gaming, whether it's politics, whether it's sports, whether it's your very life, 2019 has been a shit snack. Unless you're like one of YouTube's preferred, you know, James Charles, or that black girl living in a van that somehow becomes a multi-million followers. H3HD just bought a $9 million Bel Air mansion. These motherfuckers sitting here telling me, oh, YouTube's like really messing with our money. You think you getting messed with and you got a Bel Air mansion. Man, I'm eating this chicken. I just cooked it. It tastes like a boiled egg. That ain't right. I don't think that's how this chicken's supposed to taste. But it was bargain bin, baby. So anyway, Geo Media is fighting with its staff over objectively bad autoplay ads. It's the belly of the beast of most of these articles and sites of news, if you will. News. I got news for you. It's all bullshit. Deadspin, Gizmodo, Jezebel. Already we just named 3 websites you either A, never been to, B, been to and think they're all trash, or C, hookers and blah. World blah blah blah. On the afternoon, every Geo Media site included Gizmodo, Deadspin, Jezebel posted a blog called A Note to Our Readers. I think Kotaku is in the mix from what I'm hearing, which said that the site has received great deals of feedback from our readers about I'm sorry, I'm having a drink. The sound on autoplay videos having been inundated on our site. Yeah, well, I think like the reason why this is happening is because these sites are not making money and the new owners are scrambling to turn a profit. It's 2019. Capitalism is God. Within hours, management at Geo Media, which was owned by the private equity firm Great Hills Partners, unilaterally deleted these blog posts soliciting feedback, which would be a violation of Gizmodo Media Group's union contract that protects editorial independence. If it was me and I worked on Kotaku and I wrote articles like, "This plum looks like a butt. Toxic masculinity has ruined our fruit," I wouldn't be stirring any pots for fear of losing my job. Oh, to the guy who emailed me, who's a reporter, and you were offering me one question to ask the chick who played Batwoman Ruby Rose. I read some of your email. I was going to get back to it, then I lost it in all the sea of emails. I have no questions for her. I really don't care. Nothing personal towards you. It's just there's so little I care about in this world. If Stan Lee came back from the dead and he was like, "Kid, you got a question for me?" I go, "Stan, is there a heaven and hell?" All right, I have a question for him. That's because he died. Other than that, no. On Tuesday, Deadspin ran a series of blog posts that weren't about sports, such as 3 dogs I met. And check out the wheels on the pumpkin thief. Geo Media then fired Pachinski, who tweeted Tuesday that he was fired for not sticking to sports. The GMG union tweeted that his firing will not stand. We will have updates soon. What are they going to do? You're going to go on strike? What are you going to do? This will not stand. I would be scared shitless if I worked at Kotaku. Now, you might say to yourself, Gundam, how in the living hell does this whip back to Kotaku, you jackass? Well, it does. Kotaku is kind of owned by GMO Media or whatever, Geo Media. Jason Schreier pops out, and he lets everyone know that if you hate what's going on with the website's atrocious ads and yada yada, basically go here and make your voices known. It's essentially the equivalent of taking a shit on the floor and then kicking it on the shoes of your boss and then going, "What are you going to do about it?" And then they're now doing something about it. It looks like Kotaku is in major trouble. Jason Schreier on some forum then replies to someone who said something that rubbed him wrong, which is not very hard to piss off Jason Schreier. You don't believe me? Disagree with one of his hot takes. You'll be blocked immediately. I have no patience for generic disparagement of my colleagues' hard work. You want to criticize the article, blah, 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 blah. Colleagues' hard work. Okay, listen. You and I both know it's Kotaku, right? Kotaku's not respectable. It's not. As a gaming news website, it is like I try to avoid it like the plague unless I'm deliberately making fun of an article. That's pretty much it. I would never go to Kotaku for game reviews. I would never go there for news on new consoles. I wouldn't go there for tech news. I only go there when someone has a stupid hot take. These Twitch streamers are taking back the word slut by doing a slut stream. to fight trolls and misogynists and to fight against women being harassed on the website. Like, all of a sudden, women who sexually exploit themselves are heroes now. And if you look at them and you say anything out of turn, which is amazing because the woman is dressed like a goddamn trollop. That's why the lady is a tramp. You know, what do you think Frank Sinatra wrote it for? If you dare go in there and you do anything but compliment them in the most robotic way possible. Oh, and if you don't give money, you're a troll. If you call them out for deliberately using their sex appeal to get views, you're also a troll. Then you see articles on this godforsaken site where Ninja was supposedly called out in a high-profile tweet, which was from Casey Tron. Casey Tron is about as high-profile as my dog's last shit. I take it back. She's bigger profile than that. But for real, that's not high-profile. High-profile would have been if Will Smith came in and called out Ninja for something. Oh no, Ninja didn't want to stream with some women. What a misogynist. What a tealed hair piece of shit. Oh, Casey Tron and a few friends are going to dress like strippers and hookers and stream. This is how they're going to fight sexual objectification, by sexually objectifying themselves even more than they already do normally.
If you go out and listen to women, they say some atrocious shit about men and they laugh. It's so funny. It's so funny to bash men. But if it were reversed, equality, remember, that's all they want. If it were to be reversed and men were to say some of these things about women, holy shit. Would there be a whining, crying, complaining, oh God, you're so subjugated. But it's not how it is. Women are such hypocrites.
I feel like I'm doing drugs, but without the euphoric high that tells me I'm the greatest artist the world has ever produced. Then you see other people like Jita Jackson. She writes horrible ass articles. She does. I love logging into Overwatch to play Tetris. How is this gaming news? You may as well write, I had lunch today with some spicy pickles. Here's how it made me gassy. I'll admit Jason Schreier does write stuff that is actually gaming journalism, but he's the few and far between. Heather Alexandria writes horrible ass articles. Horrible. Like, they're bad because no matter what you do, they always got to put some sort of political crap in it. You know, always. Now, if you remember at one point when Richard Lewis was being blackmailed by a game journalist, Data Racer did this tweet way back. Social justice writer for the Daily Dot admits they wrote woke hit pieces because it pays well. Anna Valens also says that Vice and the Mary Sue are worse. Proof that woke media sites just try to cash in on outrage clicks. Okay, cards on the table. I don't want to write about GG, Gamergate. You ever notice that everything is Gamergate too? Every fucking thing, dude. Everything. I just when I saw Jason Schreier calling someone like a Gamergater alt-right something or other literally a day ago. The fact that you sum up everyone who criticized Kotaku as alt-right is the exact reason so many people are rooting for the death of your website. Jason Schreier writes, got some bad news for all the alt-right chuds spamming my Twitter feed today. 1, Kotaku is still alive and fighting. 2, I already know how to code. I guess that's like one of them old ass jokes to learn how to code. If you dare speak out against what's going on, you're an alt-right troll. Who'd want to get into the line of work of gaming journalism now, in all honesty? Who'd really want to do any form of journalism? Because it seems honestly like at this point, if you don't write ridiculous ass articles, 8chan is at the center of Christchurch mosque shootings and its roots are in Gamergate. That title alone doesn't make any fucking sense. And this person doesn't work at Kotaku, but it's still a journalist in some form of gaming in some capacity that makes absolutely no sense on the Daily Dot. And this is what we see often. As an average gamer, you look at the gaming journalism sphere with disbelief, if you will. And that's why nobody cares Kotaku might end up dying or being heavily restructured. No one cares. Because the whole time, the community you're supposed to cater to and cultivate 9 times out of 10 you shit on. It doesn't seem like rocket science, but when you're openly combative with the gaming community and you're supposed to be gaming journalist, you can't expect anyone to care. I know I don't. I mean, yeah, too bad people are losing their jobs, but when some of them have called me an alt-right troll or a misogynist, or now back to the editor who got canned on Deadspin. When the bosses are like, write more stuff on sports because it's a sports website, why in the name of God did he not do that? Why would he write 3 good dogs I met? Why? It was essentially a pissing contest. He's like, you can't tell me what to do. I shall show you. Check out the wheels on this pumpkin thief. What are you going to do? They're like, you're fired. And then he goes on Twitter, I've been fired, you guys, for not sticking to sports. Yeah, I've had a multitude of jobs in my life. When I worked in a fast food restaurant when I was a kid, and if someone got the wrong order, it didn't matter if I didn't make that order. If someone came in and said, we got the wrong order, even if the manager fucked it up, he'd bring it to me and go, fix this. They want this, 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 and this. And he'd walk off all pissy. I had to fix the order. I had to do what he said. If I didn't do what he said, I would have been in trouble. Hell, I was fired for less. I remember one day I came into work and I was sick as a dog. And I went to him, I said, Mike, I'm really sick. Can I go home early today? And he was such a small man in many ways. He was upset that the Latin girl who was working there was boning this Navy guy named Jim. And he spent the last 3 years in this restaurant trying to get this girl, and she was never interested in him. So it shows how he truly baited that man was, now if there's a term for it. He's got his hands in his hair. He's looking down on the table like someone killed his dog. He looks up at me and goes, you really want to leave early? How about you leave early and never come back again? You're fired. I was fired because he was mad that the girl he wanted for 3 years was doing some other dude, and he took it out on a kid. Point being, I was fired for less.